So, looks like I might be live. Am I live? Woo! Looks like there's some kind of delay, so might be talking to myself. Okay, looks like I've been live for a good minute now, so that's embarrassing. But yeah, if you're here, the link to the match is down below in the description. You can go check that out. Watch Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins Hell in a Cell if you haven't already, and hit the thumbs up button before you go. Much appreciated. So, yeah, Hell in a Cell 2014 was kind of a crappy pay-per-view. I didn't even watch all of it. There were parts of matches that I skipped, and they deserved to be skipped out on because they were just terrible. I think, in my opinion, the like the most the undercard was just garbage, and sorry, I'm trying to look at the screen and get the stream going. Uh, hmm. Anyways, I'm gonna try and talk while doing that. Um, but okay. Yeah, the undercard was garbage. We had matches like, what was the opener? Dolph Ziggler and Cesaro. That was actually a good match. Wasn't expecting anything from it. I'm not doing a whole pay-per-view review here. I'm just saying the opening match was decent, and we got crap like Goldust and Stardust versus the Usos yet again. And uh, let's see what else. Nikki Bella versus Brie Bella. I don't think anyone wanted to see that. They had okay, two people watching now. If you haven't noticed yet, link is down below in the description for the match. Hit the thumbs up button too. So, Nikki Bella and Brie Bella with a stipulation like the loser had to be the winner's servant for a month. Like, who the hell cares? It's really one of those nothing type of stipulations that they try and force this great meeting on. No one cares. But yeah, moving on to the good stuff, which is Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose, Hell in a Cell. It says the match was only 13 minutes and 54 seconds long, but it was a lot longer than that. They're just going like from bell to bell. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, from bell to bell it was like 13:54, but before the bell even rang, there was a bunch of shit that went down, such as Dean made his entrance coming down the ramp uh, with a bunch of weapons in his hand, and he threw a bunch in the ring and climbed to the top of the cell, much like Mick Foley did, and then he was waiting on there for Seth to climb up. Seth was having like a shouting match with his stooges, Joey Mercury and Jamie Noble, telling them to go climb up the cell and get Ambrose and bring him back down. So they went up to try and of course Dean kicks their ass. He wails on them with a kendo stick a bunch, and then that leads Seth to climb up the cell for himself while Dean is distracted and take advantage of it pretty much. So after that, the Stooges hold down Dean's legs while Seth pummels him with the kendo stick some more. And let's see. Nothing much. There's like theatrics of who's gonna fall off the cell, if anyone. just, falling back before they get their footing again. So they do that for a while, and then Seth is trying to climb down, and Dean takes off after him, and they're both standing on the side of the cell, either of them to even get moving. Rollins put at the top of the stage. I lost my train of thought. Okay, they weren't like falling down and doing slow scoop slams and my back, my head. They weren't selling a spot that's 20 minutes old. They kept going and going and going. There were table spots, chair shots, etc. Like Seth almost got his eyes gouged out by Dean holding a screwdriver until Seth countered that, did the stunner against a rope type of thing and fell out of the ring. Dean did multiple crossbodies, suicide dives maybe. I forget if he dove over the ropes or through the ropes, but it was still cool to see in such a confined space like the Hell in a Cell. But, yeah. Some of the other spots include, shit. There are table spots like, Seth running into a power bomb, throwing Dean through a table that was propped up against the cell, and then there was another table spot. Dean doing an elbow off the side, like the turnbuckle, second turnbuckle I think outside of the cell. Elbow through the table was very nice, despite not looking high risk. It actually pretty much was, but. Full of burps here. It was a very fast-paced type of match, and unlike Cena and Orton, they weren't doing finisher spam, where they must have traded. Hold on. Shit. I forget what I was saying. Cena and Orton, they traded finishing moves over and over. That does not create drama. It makes it very stagnant, very boring, and almost predictable. When Dean hit finishing moves, you actually thought the match was done. And then when someone kicked out, it had a real suspense to it. So, that was great. Kane broke up Dean's offense on Seth by using a fire extinguisher from outside the cell. That was nice, but after that he disappeared. He didn't do anything after that. Even when Seth was getting his ass kicked later, Kane was stumbling alongside the cell, just walking away or watching the match. It was really, but I was gonna say the best part of the match wasn't the best, because obviously the Hell in a Cell fall was the best, but obviously made of some sort of material that would break easily, like break away, almost styrofoam but heavier. Yeah, anyways, he had his head on the bricks, bounced against the ropes, was about to do the curb stomp, or no, maybe I don't think he was bouncing against the ropes. I think he had his foot on Rollins' head, was just standing there ready to crush it, and the lights went out and this demonic chanting began in the darkness. I can't imitate the chanting because there's a bunch of sounds I forget, I can't imitate them, but pretty sure it was Bray Wyatt. I knew that he had they were considering adding the Ascension to him instead of the Wyatt family members, Harper and Rowan. So I was thinking they were gonna debut or something, but then you can see him coming up from the ring, and there's no one else with him. It's just Bray, and he's doing the spider walk, and then he turns around and does this almost rock bottom type slam to Dean, and then pins him. I mean, doing the usual scared thing whenever someone interferes, like, is it okay to cover? But he slithers in for the cover and leaves, and then I think Wyatt just poses. But that's basically it. It was a great match, best match I've seen in at least a year, if not a lot more, because it felt hardcore after a bunch of the shitty matches like Cena and Orton earlier. This was a treat, so I enjoyed it, and yeah, that's really it. Hopefully they continue on with this type of match feel. It felt like and it felt serious, felt mature, like hardcore type of stuff that you can actually say, I like wrestling, and not feel embarrassed. Hold on. Yeah, the rest of the show was kind of crappy. This was a great match, so hopefully they continue on with this mature type of direction. I hope it's not just for one night, one match, whatever, because I was legitimately excited the whole time through this match, and it's never like that. Whenever I watch wrestling now, it's just non-stop bitching, so overall, good main event, not that good of a pay-per-view. Seth wins, so I would say the rivalry would continue, but since Wyatt interfered, then I'm pretty sure it's going to be Wyatt and Ambrose. So leave your own thoughts on that down below if you're still here. And for now, I will put the link to the pay-per-view in the description. I might have to take it out because that's a flaggable offense sometimes, but that's really all I gotta say. So